The Goodwood Festival of Speed is now a permanent fixture on the motorsport calendar. Held in the glorious British countryside, it's an event to see and be seen at. But of course, it's mainly about flat-out speed, action and excitement. I'm Leigh, stay tuned. Myself and Mike Chen will have some of the highlights from the 2019 festival. This year's event got underway on the Friday with some WRC action. Mad's Østberg showing the fans how it's done in the Citroen C3 WRC. F1 was also on show with a non-hybrid 2012 RB8, driven by Patrick Freisacher. Also in attendance, the 2008 Red Bull that gave Sebastien Vettel his first F1 victory, displayed by Alexander Sebastien. Also on the hill were the Drift Masters cars, driven by James Dean and Peter Viensek. But the star of the drift show was unquestionably Mad Mike Whiddetts Lambo. That wowed the fans in the drift arena alongside Ahmad Daham's brand new Lexus. All eyes were temporarily on the sky for the fantastic RAF display team, the Red Arrows. But of course, the thing everyone wants to see is the hill speed record attempt, which was unofficially broken by Ahmad Daham in the electric VW IDR, beating Nick Heidfeld's record by half a second with a time of 39.990.
Now, for those of you who are regulars on Red Bull TV, you'll know that myself and this man, Elvin Evans, have gotten up to all sorts over the last few years. You've taught me to co-drive, let's face it, fairly unsuccessfully. I've driven the Fiesta, let's face it, fairly unsuccessfully. And today, we're going to see if you can multitask in the Goodwood Forest Rally stage. Are you up for it?
Do you not think I've got enough to do, no?
All at the same time? You're doing all these things at the same time, multitasking?
Yeah, but I'm driving the car.
Let's see what happens. You go that way, I'll go this way. Come on. Right then, we have literally got 30 seconds before we go into the stage. Elf, here's what's going to happen. I am going to try to ask you random questions and you've got to give me the answer, okay? I actually suspect it's probably going to be more difficult for me to think of questions when we're hitting the stage than it is for you to answer them. But let's see what happens, all right?
All right, let's go.
Okay. I'll go. Right there. Hey, that's mental. Oh, you're a nutter. Okay, right, let's start with a nasty one, shall we? Who won Rally Corsica this year?
Yeah, you never helped.
Oh, mate, it was heartbreaking, fella. How many championships has Sebastien Vettel won?
6.
Correct, my man. Who's going to win Rally Finland?
Me, hopefully.
Yes, brother. Oh, I want hopefully. Positivity. Me, definitely. You're deducting half. Mate, you're a nutcase. I tell you what, she's a tight and twisty little stage, isn't she?
Yeah.
You could get into trouble through here. Oh, the lovely bit of driving that was, Elvin, lovely. What's your favourite rally car that's not a current rally car? It doesn't have to be Ford, either. Forget contractual obligations.
Let's go back to Kitchener.
Belter of a car, wasn't it? Who's your absolute rallying hero?
You're my hero, Jenny.
Oh man, you're my hero too, brother. That was mental, dude. I'm giving you 100% to your last answer. Elf, you're a nutcase, mate, but I love every single second of that.
Saturday got underway with NASCAR. This featured the reigning champion Joey Logano's Ford Mustang GT, driven by Gilda Ferran. Andy Petrie's Chevrolet struggled for grip on the hill, but both he and the car were fine to continue on Sunday. One of the firsts here at Goodwood this year was the new GTE Porsche RSR 13, which was unveiled to the crowd by Gianmaria Bruni. The car will be seen in competitive action in next year's Le Mans 24 Hour. A major highlight of Saturday was the Mercedes display, featuring some of the famous silver arrows from over the years. Martin Wiesmann was driving the 1937 W125 6.5 litre. Jochen Mass displayed the beautiful 1.5 litre V8. Then it was the turn of the supercars, road cars from another planet. The stunning Fenrir from W Motors will go into limited production next year, with 100 cars being made. And the McLaren P1 was on the hill, the car that really set the benchmark for the current breed of supercar. Our Saturday action comes to an end with an Aston Martin tribute, with cars from all the ages, pleasing the Goodwood faithful.
Our Aston Martin moment to celebrate 70 years of Aston Martin at Goodwood, a brand still winning today. That win.
I'm here with Mad Mike, a man really who doesn't need any introduction, but he is 2018 Formula Drift Japan champion and multiple times winner of, well, all sorts of events. They've basically had to make up awards for you here at Goodwood. So let's talk about the car. It's by no means your standard Lamborghini.
So we had a dream list, a must-have list, and because we wanted this thing to be able to drift, the must-haves was stuff like your steering is very important to get more steering lock, and then just having controls like a hydraulic handbrakes and mounting rear calipers. Twin plate clutch, which is a wet clutch setup, but not on a clutch pedal, so that's like automatic. Paddle shift. The wheels we like custom designed in a throwback sort of style with a Lamborghini Countach and Diablo. This is a little different, obviously. Like I've only driven this car for 5 laps in New Zealand with a time frame to get it in the container to get it here.
Two things that you mentioned to me there, right? It's automatic, so you haven't got a clutch, which is completely unorthodox in drifting. So what's that like? Secondly, it's a full carbon tub, which means it's really, really stiff. And I noticed the number plate on the back is nimble. Like it must be like so reactive and nervous. And that's again the opposite of what you've got and what you want with a drift car.
Yep, so firstly automatic, so it's just an automatic clutch. It's still full manual shift. It'll shift when I tell it to shift on the pedal. But
so all the assists are gone there?
All the assists are gone.
Right.
So now it's 100% up to me, but how rigid the chassis is incredible. Like in factory trim, we took this thing straight from Lamborghini and put it on the racetrack because I wanted to just, it was then actually when I realized the true value of why these cars are expensive. Super fast, super nimble, just really, really responsive. So for me, that's going to be a little trick. I mean, that's how we like our drift cars too, but this is just in a different way. I got a lot to learn. It's fresh, but the main thing is that we've got it. We're here at Goodwood Festival of Speed. It's ready for you guys to witness go up the hill. So yeah, I'm ready to have fun with the fans. That win.
Right, we are down here at the Red Bull Energy Station with a man who has won the Red Bull Hare Scramble 3 times, Romaniacs twice. There you go, twice. Basically, he's won every single race on the World Enduro Super Series calendar when he's not been recovering from injuries in hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Johnny Walker. Johnny, wicked to have you here. Goodwood, it is basically the Glastonbury Festival of motorsport. What have you been up to and are you enjoying it?
Now I'm here, I can't believe how big it is, you know, it's pretty amazing, and to be able to ride motorbikes here and like show other people outside of the motorbiking world what it's about, and that, it's it's a cool feeling.
The amount of people here this weekend is nuts. Is it a bit overwhelming? Because normally when you're out, you know, doing the West Series, you're pretty much by yourself.
No, it's cool because it's like people that aren't from motorbiking, so usually we'll be at our races and there'll be like, I don't know, 5,000 or 10,000 people at the races, so there's quite a lot of people there, but then to come here and ride in front of people that know nothing about motorbikes, it's cool, you know, to get them into it. You know, they maybe go home now and maybe buy a bike, so that would be good, and you know, it's just helping the sport grow, which is what it's all about.
And what about riding on this little Red Bull homemade track that we've got here? It's a bit of fun.
Yeah, it's good. It's making some good racing, which is the main thing, and like people are cheering and that, so yeah, it's fun, really good fun.
Sunday was a day of tribute.
Great reception as we look back on a wonderful Formula One career of a truly great Formula One world champion, Michael Schumacher.
The cars of Michael Schumacher were on display, from his Benetton to his Ferrari, right through to his Mercedes and his Le Mans car. It was a fitting tribute to an F1 legend. Then it was the turn of another champion, Sir Jackie Stewart. He proudly drove his old Matra Cosworth up to Goodwood House, where he was received by the Duke of Richmond. So, to finish off the weekend, let's find out who was fastest up the hill with the final shootout.
This is going to be worth watching. Oliver Solberg, then, son of the great Petter Solberg. He's been a real hit this weekend. He's been on the rally stage, he's been in the drift arena, he's been on the hill, he's been in a variety of cars. Oliver Solberg has been great value all weekend. The Citroen DS3 WRX World Rally Cross car launches itself off the line. Brilliant acceleration with four-wheel drive from these cars. First sector, he's a second up, he's got bags of understeer, and he's got to sort that out on the run. Now, up Park Straight, look at this!
That's unbelievable from Oliver Solberg in the Citroen. Fantastic stuff now as he comes up the hill. Is he going to get on with the same shenanigans here up at Moulcombe? Onto the brakes, flicks it in, back on the power, hooks it up, powers up the straight.
He's quick on the second point, it's all sideways, but he's managed to save it. Through past Flint Wall he goes, the tail wags. So he's got to try to beat a 49.5. Yeah, he's still quicker. Going through the second intermediate, again he's sideways, but he's millimetres away from the bales. Oliver Solberg up towards the timing line, he's sideways again. There's the flag. Can he go quicker than a 49? Yes, he can. A 49.39 puts Oliver Solberg fastest. Fantastic stuff. Great reception for Oliver Solberg. Oliver had the Citroen, this is the Volkswagen, and so Petter Solberg, World Rally Champion, World Rally Cross Champion. He's always been box office, and this is why as he blasts away from the line, up through the gears, and Petter Solberg concentrates hard as he heads down towards the first corner. This is where Oliver got all sideways, Petter much more in control, and now launches up Park Straight, although he's up the grass, isn't he, and he almost runs wide.
Little dab on the brakes through the middle of the corner there for Petter Solberg. Booked up the start, 6,000ths quicker than his son. Now he's onto the brakes coming into Moulcombe, and he's 7/10 of a second up, predominantly through that first corner. Petter maybe a little less spectacular, but driving it the fastest way.
And he's taking it seriously. He got a new set of tyres flown in on Thursday night after he'd had a first run up the hill. He's a second to the good in the second intermediate, so this should put Petter Solberg fastest. The time he's got to beat is a 49.39, but where's it going to be? Is it in the 48s? He breaks the beam. It's a 47.83 for Petter Solberg. Great effort. Romain Dumas. Can he go quicker than 41.6, the course record, which will now be officially compared against? That is possible because the road is drying. Romain Dumas blasts away from the line. Storms down towards the first corner. Really, we're looking at the time of 41.6 to beat, and straight away he's quicker than anybody in the first intermediate.
Decent first split then for Romain Dumas in this all-electric Volkswagen IDR, making his way along Park Straight, and he arrives at Moulcombe Corner so fast, stamps on the brakes, tucks it into the left-hander, and back on the power. What is this split going to be as he comes up towards the Flint Wall? He did a 29.46 after the sector, 39.9 after the second split yesterday. This is looking good for Dumas as he comes towards the line, but will it be a record?
The question is, can he go quicker than 41.6 seconds? He's not going to do that. He comes across the line and wins the shootout on a 42.32, but he's not as quick as the record of a 41.6 of Nick Heidfeld from all those years ago. He has gone quicker than the record in the practice sessions, but technically speaking, it's only a record if it's done in the shootout itself.
Well, that brings us to the end of another Goodwood Festival of Speed. What a 4 days it has been. We have been surrounded by motor racing and road car royalty. I personally have loved every single second of it. Of course, there was so much action at the Red Bull Energy Station and up on the rally stage. It's been absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for your company. We're done for another year here in Goodwood. I just need to find my keys and go home. Goodbye.